Is the Ulefone Power 6 a good phone to buy? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my Ulefone Power 6 review. Now this device is currently being offered on Amazon for $199, so definitely take a look at the link in the video description if you're interested in buying it. And it is possible that since I put out this video, the price for the phone has gone down, so take a look at the link for the latest pricing. Now this is the first Ulefone product that I've ever used before, and I've got to say I've been very happy with it so far. Now prior to getting this device, I saw some of the other reviews that were on YouTube about it, and they weren't really that great of reviews. And since I've had a chance to use this phone for a while now, I'm surprised that those reviews were so harsh, because I've not had any of the problems that the critics in those other videos had mentioned about the phone. I think the reason for that might be because those other reviewers had a version of this phone with older software on it, because many of those issues that those reviewers had about the Power 6 were related to the software. Now, not everything is perfect with the software on the Ulefone Power 6, as I'll mention later on in the video, but all of the major issues with this phone have been resolved. And really what we're getting here is a device with a massive battery capacity, a great looking display, and good performance overall. Now the phone features a 6.3 inch display at 1080p with a 19.5:9 aspect ratio. The display itself looks really good. It's nice and bright with great colors. So if you're really into watching video content or browsing the web or going on social media, you're definitely going to like this phone a lot. In addition to that, one of the perks of having such a good looking display is that you can use this phone in both indoor and outdoor situations with full clarity here. And a benefit of having that taller 19.5:9 aspect ratio is that you can fit a lot of content in the display here, but still be able to reach over to the sides of it. Now this is, of course, the blue color of the phone. You can also get it in black and red, but I'm personally a big fan of the blue. Now up top here, the device features a 16 megapixel front-facing camera, and later on in the video, you'll see photo and video samples from that camera. Now the phone features 64 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion, so 64 gigs of internal storage is not bad to start with. That's the same level of storage that you get with the iPhone 11, which has a base price of $699. So I'm really happy to see we get that much internal storage with the Ulefone Power 6, and if that's not enough for you, then you can always put in an SD card to expand that. Now the phone does not feature wireless charging, which is a bit disappointing, but we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back, and it works really quickly. So it's a nice, fast fingerprint sensor. In addition to that, the phone features face unlock. So that's another option if you're not crazy about using your fingerprint sensor. On the back side of the phone, we have a dual camera setup with a 16 megapixel rear camera and an 8 megapixel secondary camera, which assists with the portrait mode. Now the phone does have portrait mode. I'll show you some samples from that in a little bit. That's probably one of the things that still needs some improvements. It's not the most accurate portrait mode ever. But if you don't use portrait mode and you just use the regular cameras on here, you're actually getting very good results. Now the device features 4 gigabytes of RAM and has the MediaTek Helio P35 processor. 4 gigs of RAM is definitely enough and a good amount to have. And the processor is good too, but it doesn't have quite the best benchmark scores out there, with an overall score of 76110 and a CPU score of 34466. So it does get the job done. You're gonna have no problem using this phone with social media, and browsing the web is a very smooth experience too. But there are some phones out there that offer better performance at this price tag. Video recording with the Ulefone Power 6 maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second, and one of the biggest selling points of this phone is its beefy 6350 mAh internal battery. So that's a lot of battery capacity for this device, and with it you're going to get easily a full day, even 2 days of battery life, depending on your usage. Now the software on here is Android 9 Pie. I did install a third-party launcher, which is known as the CPL, Customized Pixel Launcher, and it definitely gives you a performance boost with the home screen here. So when you get the phone, definitely make sure to install that. But otherwise, we're getting a pretty stock experience with the Power 6. There are some modifications with the software, such as the settings panel being a bit more customized. But for the most part, you're getting a stock experience here with minimal bloatware. And that's definitely something that I like personally. Now, Ulefone did a great job designing the hardware of the Power 6. The phone feels really solid in the hand. We get a decent screen to body ratio here, and the notch is very small too, so it doesn't really get in the way. Maybe the only downside is that there's a decently large sized chin on the bottom, but still, not really a big deal overall, and I think the design definitely is pretty consistent with what we've seen with other phones in 2019. On the left side of the device, we just have the dual SIM slot. So this phone is dual SIM compatible, so if you have multiple SIM cards, you can put them both in this phone and essentially combine two phones into one. On the right side of the phone, we have the power button and volume button. On the top of the phone, we have nothing. On the bottom of the phone, we have the microphone, the speaker, and the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. So it does have USB-C, which is great. And then on the back side of the phone, we have this really nice looking glossy material on the back. We have the Ulefone logo, we have the fingerprint sensor, we have the camera module, and the flash. So this is definitely a very sharp and good looking phone. I really do like this blue color. It's nice and bold looking. That from the time of me making this video, the price will go down even more. So definitely take a look at the link in the video description. Videos are nice and sharp on here, and really by having that massive 6.3-inch display, it makes video viewing very immersive. Now the phone does not have the best speaker quality that I've ever seen, but again, at the price tag of $199, you can't ask for too much. But the speaker quality is at least good enough that you can lay down in bed and watch a movie or watch a YouTube video with no issues at all. So I'm definitely happy with it. But again, this display is really great looking, nice and bright, and really good for watching video content. This is the box that the Ulefone Power 6 comes in. It says ulefone.com on the side with the Ulefone logo and Power 6 logo. On the back side of the box, we have some of the different specifications about the phone as well. But let's see what all is included inside. So we get kind of a cheaper plastic case with the phone. Definitely a nice thing to see though, especially for free. We get a SIM card removal tool. We get a European wall adapter. We get a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. We get an adapter so that you can plug 3.5mm headphones into the device. We get a plastic screen protector. And we get a user manual, instructions of phone charging, and a warranty card. I've been very happy with the photo and video quality from the Ulefone Power 6. Of course, it does not measure up to what you'd get with a flagship like the Galaxy S10 or iPhone 11. But the actual quality itself is not bad at all. Photos are nice and clear, with good colors and good lighting. The only downside with the cameras on this phone is that it seems like portrait mode does not work very well. It's kind of inconsistent. And for example, sometimes when I'm using portrait mode, it'll blur out my face, but then focus in on other parts of my body. So I really wish the portrait mode did work better with this device, but if you just use the standard camera, you're definitely going to like the results that you'll get. Let's now cut over to some video quality samples. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video from the Ulefone Power 6, coming in at 1080p. So let me know what you think of the quality. Let's try out autofocus in video mode. Looks like it has very quick autofocus in video mode. But let me know what you think of the quality from the camera on the device. From what I can see so far in the viewfinder, it kind of looks like it autofocuses a little bit too much, causing the video to be a bit jittery. But I suppose maybe it'll look a little bit better in the final video, of course, when I put it on my computer. But this is a budget phone, so I suppose there are sometimes some compromises. But let me know what you think of the quality. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video from the Ulefone Power 6 with the front-facing camera. Let me know what you think of the quality, and let me know too what you think of the microphone quality, because that is very important. But it is kind of in the afternoon right now. I actually have Stefan from TechRite back here, so we're both doing test photos and videos for a variety of different phones today. So it's going to be a productive day, hopefully. Or it is so far, actually. But let me know what you think of the quality. So there's definitely a lot to like about the Ulefone Power 6. There's really two main features with this phone that I really like that make it stand out from other offerings from different competitors. The first thing is the battery. You can't beat that massive 6,350 milliamp hour internal battery. That's a ton of battery capacity, and I don't think I've ever used a phone with a battery that large. And then my second favorite thing with the Ulefone Power 6 that makes it stand out is the display. This phone has a very bright, crisp looking display. And I don't think I've seen a phone at this price that's had a better display than this. So Ulefone did a great job at putting a really high quality, great looking display in the device. So do I recommend the Ulefone Power 6? If those two highlights that I just mentioned are important to you, then definitely you should go and get this phone. But beyond that, I don't think there's a whole lot here that makes the phone stand out from its competition, but on its own, it's a very good offering from Ulefone. So if you're interested in picking this up, take a look at the link in the video description to buy it on Amazon. You can also get it for a little bit cheaper from other retailers such as Banggood and AliExpress. But I typically recommend buying from Amazon because if your unit has some sort of issue or something like that, then you can always easily return it. But let me know what you think of the device, and let me know if you'd like me to cover other Ulefone products on the channel in the future, as I personally definitely would like to. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.